We are mobile until we put it on the tripod, that is. Give me 1 second. It's live showbiz, baby. Let's see who shows up. Actually, we're right on time today. Very happy to say. Fix this. There we go. Hello from across the pond. Let me, I think Discord's been notified. Let me make sure that you guys are actually seeing what you're supposed to see. Someone tell the Discord. Would someone be a dear and notify the Discord? Turning on the comments on my screen here, guys, so I don't have to touch the computer tool. An Amanda. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Stand by, stand by, stand by. Alrighty. We got it. We got it. Could one of the channel members please notify the Discord? That would be awesome. Good morning, everybody. We have EM, Rick Green, Briar Blues, all certified T3 bots, by the way. If you want to join, then click the join button, guys. What are you doing? Briar Blues, Sakari 1138. Man, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Briar is asking where we suggested during the Jazzmaster episode where to find one of those thin lines, and I found one on Ashford.com. I'm not affiliated with them, so it's not like they are, you know, a T3 company. I just Googled it, and Ashford, they're a pretty predominant, you know, gray market seller. And I found them, and I found the one that I was reviewing for like 400 something. Conrad says the Netherlands say hello. A night to remember. Dabbing. Lucas says ahoy beardsman. Matthew Gates, what's a Discord? Well, if you don't know, you're not part of it, so don't worry about it. Sakari from Georgia. I said I do declare. KB from across the pond. Hector. Say hello to Rio. Hello, Rio. Bad Matt says, I'm here. It's time for a rant. Rick Green, certified T3 bot, says there's a T3 Discord channel, which is a cloud-based software communication system and allows us who have joined the YouTube channel to communicate with each other and create an online community. Amen. Amen. That's actually the best summary I could think of when it comes to this craziness that is the Discord chat. Bright blue comment, excuse me. Greetings from NYC, the Big Apple in the building. Hey, hey, hey. All right, guys, so for those of you who don't know, we talk about whatever we want during this moment in time. We speak about watches, about cars, about food. It devolves into arguing about various other kinds of media, whether it be anime, video games. It could be anything. The world is your oyster during the T3 Q&A. So we're going to get into some questions, all right? We are going to get into some questions, but what are you sipping on, guys? We got to know. What are you sipping on? I got some Mount Hagen coffee, black, as I like it, nice and a little bit bitter, smoky, you know? It's not too sweet. I don't like those citrus overtones. I like to keep it smoky and bitter for my morning so that it is a nice mirrored parallel to my soul. Dark, smoky, and bitter. Alright? Let's keep it 100. Cheers, guys. Let's spam the comment section with a cheers. What are you sipping on? Let me know so we can move on. Cheers. Okay, there's a Cyrillic name that I unfortunately cannot read. I guess technically I'm part Russian, but I can't read Cyrillic. But he asks an interesting question. What would you go for? Pre-owned 997 Turbo or the new limited edition Vacheron Overseas? Choose wisely. It's not even a difficult question for me. The Vacheron. Why would you choose a 997 Turbo over the limited Vacheron? 997 Turbos are going up in price, but they're not nearly as hard to find as that VC Overseas limited edition. That was not a difficult conundrum at all. If someone said a 997 Turbo, which they've made bajillions of, or this Vacheron Limited that like people that are VIP clients still couldn't get, which would you choose? Obviously the Vacheron. Bad Matt says, sweet restock at the shop. Guys, I don't know if we have any moderators here, but we did do a restock, and we actually... my favorite I made a Instagram post about the... why isn't... Let me see. Come on now. Come on now. Why isn't my shop loading? Anyway, we just did a restock at the shop, and my favorite watch already sold. And I kind of wanted to keep it, so I was kind of bummed out. But I made an Instagram post about the Wittenauer that was on there, and then like an hour after I made that Instagram post, someone snatched it up. So if someone wants to check out the Time Teller shop, let me link it to you guys. I'm linking it to you guys right now. See, this is why I wish we had a moderator. I mean, we do have moderators, but I don't think they're here right now. Oh, Milcom's here. Bada bing, bada boom. Awesome. Let me see. Sleepyhead with an interesting question. T3, what's your view on storing vintage watches in dehumidifier cabinets? I live in a pretty moist country, so humidity is pretty concerning. Okay, so that's a very good question. Depending on your climate, depending on where you live, that might be an investment you should totally make. I think the answer would be, yeah, that's a good idea. The thing is that investing in a dehumidifier like cabinet for everyone might not be like the first option. For instance, I live in a very dry climate, right? However, in the areas that I keep my watches, like in each watch case, I keep those moisture packets. I keep multiple of them in with my watches so that even if there is little bits of microscopic moisture in the air, it won't like touch my watches. So I'm a huge proponent of those, and those are a lot cheaper to get than a dehumidifier like cabinet. So if you guys don't want to buy like a full cabinet and make that investment, I totally get it, but definitely try to get those little like, you know, those little dehumidifier moisture packets that they put in the beef jerkies. The silica gel, thank you. Silica gel packs, thank you. You're not supposed to eat them, but you can pick those up pretty cheap in bulk, and if you sprinkle, you don't open them and sprinkle it, but if you put those packs around your watch box, it's actually not a bad idea. Otto says, you have a bit of a Wittenauer fetish. Love the lugs. Yeah, those sold out very, very quickly. Jory, make me a moderator. I'm ready. Are you? Actually, Matt, I'd be willing to consider that. We'll talk to the other moderators about it, but I love you. I'm okay with it. Roar of the Tiger, I know. I've been eating them for years. So I don't know what the big deal is. It's just that, like, Google told me, ooh, don't eat them. I've been eating them for years. Anyway, guys, we are at... okay, Malcolm says, I've read you can also bake them in the oven and remove the moisture from the silica packets to reuse. I have no responsibility for any fires that may ensue. Okay. So I guess you can dry the silica packs even if you want to pull them out of your beef jerky. I don't know. Guys, we are 10 minutes in, 11 minutes in actually. So you know what we do at 10 minutes in, right? Like you guys already know. Show me in the comment section, guys. You already know. We pause. Because the truth is, we have like on average 3,500 viewers that show up after the live stream. And we need to, you know, acknowledge those people because not everybody... I've heard every excuse in the book, if I'm totally honest, you know. Oh, I live in a different part of the world, so 11:30 a.m. Pacific's inconvenient. Oh, I have children. Oh, I have a job. Oh, I literally just was chained down somewhere and could not make it to the live show. But I'm able to watch it after you go live. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, I don't care. The truth is you're here now watching it, whatever time it may be. You're sitting on your couch watching this live stream broadcast after the fact, eating bonbons. Oh, some Smart Food cheesy popcorn. Oh, you got some Snyder's honey mustard onion chunks. Ooh, love those. Yummy. Don't have to wake up for the T3 broadcast, but we can watch the replay. Fine. I'm happy that you're here. We acknowledge you. We love you. We want to wave to you. We see you. We wish you could be here during the live show. Back to the live stream. Joel Taborski, certified teeth rot, says that's how you got those big ass guns up on your shoulder from eating the silica gel packs. Trap City, they call me Venom, baby. Sam Ray, certified T3 bot, says, would you review the SUF Helsinki for a microbrand Monday? I would if I could get my hands on it. LDPC says, thoughts on Luminox. Well, I've done a Luminox review. I think I've done 2 episodes on Luminox where I try to solve the conundrum of whether or not Luminox is a tool or a toy. Moderator, Milcom, can you get that episode? Luminox, tool or toy? Gonna be honest, they market themselves as Navy SEAL watches. However, I think most dudes on the team guys aren't wearing Luminox. They're usually wearing like Timex Ironmans or like G-Shocks. I'm gonna be honest with you. So there it is, Milk and the Moderator with the quick link, Luminox tool or toy watch. Click that link and watch it, LDPC. Valera Scotland. I'll read his comment like this. How often do I need to wind Speedy stored in watch box? Need to keep it 2 years before wearing. I think I'll decipher into American English. He says, how often do I need to wind my Speedy stored in a watch box? Because I need to keep it 2 years before wearing it. I just don't know why you would have that parameter, because I don't know how you could have that patience to keep a watch stowed away for 2 years before you can wear it. But I would probably, if you're worried about the oils like seizing up in the movement, I assume that this is a manual wind speedy, like every proper speedy should be. You know what? I would honestly probably, I would say twice a month, wind that baby up and let it go. Gonna be honest. I would say once every week, but I don't know if you could feasibly do that. If you're able to access the watch box every week, I would do it once every week. If you can't, then at least do it every other week. Wind it up, let it run, wind it up, let it run, wind it up, let it run. So, yeah. So that would be my advice. You know, my ultimate advice is to just wear it. Because what, like, be ungovernable, guys. Wear your watches. Don't let your significant other tell you not to. Don't let them bully you into hiding your addiction. Uh-oh. Nicole Celeste is here. Oh man, I forgot who was flirting with her last week, but guys, be on your best behavior. Be on your best behavior for Nicole. Mark says, babying a tool watch makes no sense to me. Amen. Amen. Check this out. I'll prove it to you. G-Shock Neo Tokyo. Am I right? Am I right? Vic Proctor says, Young Han's review coming? Love their calendars. I'd be willing to review a Young Han's Max bill. For sure. Yeah, and do that same toss with a Speedy. Why? Speedy wasn't built for that. The G-Shock was. Hector Pino. What would be Ninja Turtles watches? Okay, what would be what would they wear? Leonardo is the leader, right? And then Raphael is like the anti-leader. So I feel like they have to have similar watches. Okay, so here's what I think. Donatello would wear a data bank, would wear a Casio data bank, right? And yes, I pronounce data both ways, data and data. But Donatello would wear a data bank. My printer's doing printer maintenance right now, so forgive me for that noise. Michelangelo is a party dude. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Michelangelo would probably wear something like something wacky, dude. Guys, what would Mikey wear? It would have to be a party watch for sure. Oh my gosh. EM Certified T3 Bot said they would all wear Seiko Turtles. Alright, I guess that just ended that question. By the way, guys, Milcom, the moderator, just sent in a super chat. Milcom says, do you miss the hair? I do. I don't. It was actually kind of liberating to, and this is when it's long for me now. For a while I was buzzing it every week, but then I honestly could not keep up with it because just life gets in the way. So this is actually like kind of long, but after I do the live stream, I'm gonna go buzz it. But I honestly don't miss it, and here's why. Your head dries quicker. You don't have, like, it's one less thing to mess around with. Like, when I had hair, I was constantly, like, you know, once in a while you would, like, part it, you know what I mean? Push it back or push it over or something. You don't have to do any of that. Peter Woodeman says, Peter from New Hampshire. Wow, that's where I'm from. Just got back from Deerfield Fair. Be jealous, bro. Oh, man. That brings back so many memories. I need to go back home. SVW, did you ever struggle with social anxiety, Jory? Yeah. Not debilitating, but I've been very, very open about my dealings with anxiety and or depression. Not everybody goes through it, but a lot of people do. I don't think that it should be a stigma in society. I don't think that if you go through it, you should feel different or weird. Um, I don't think that uh, it should be something that you consider a struggle, right? I don't like the terms, this is something I struggle with. This is a struggle. Oh, I'm struggling with this. You should try to harness it and learn to live with it, because it's not something that um, you can immediately turn off. You know what I mean? The cool thing about anxiety and depression and these things like that is the longer that you've lived with it, as long as you're progressing, um, you can learn to live with it. So it becomes less and less of a struggle, and it becomes like you build systems with which to kind of harness it and just be okay, which is the goal, right? And so, or maybe the goal isn't just to be okay. The goal is to thrive, right, and be great. So, yeah, don't feel weird or different for having these things, guys, because I go through, like, I'm, happy-go-lucky and, like, upbeat and positive, like, when I'm on camera, but I show you what I want you to see, right? I can't lie to you guys and say that Oh, by the way, is it okay that I'm going on this rant? I have to ask. Is it okay that I'm going on this rant? Please. Please, mummy. Milk and the moderator says yes. I think Dean already gave me the green light, but I'm just gonna go for it. So, okay. I'm gonna pull back the curtain here. Content creators, Green gave me the green light here, and I think this is a useful one, especially for anybody living with this stuff. I'll pull back the curtain when it comes to content creators. I think that it's very easy to get caught up in the duality of your life when you have a life on camera and you have a life off camera, right? Now, the easiest way to reconcile these two realities is just to be as consistent across the board. Like, when I'm talking to you guys, as I am right now, it's not like I turn the camera off and then I'm like, okay, well, that was a fun character, but I'm going back to my normal self. Okay, well, okay. Like, no, I sound the same. I try to be as, like, direct and consistent as possible. So I walk into the office, turn the camera on, and, like, I am who I am. However, I'm on camera when I'm, like, prepared to be on camera, right? So I'm not filming myself during, like, the low points or the points where I am unsure or uneasy or feeling anxious or feeling down or having an off day or any of these other variables. I'm not showing you that. So I don't want anybody out there to compare themselves to me or any other content creator who's looking at their lives through their content and thinking, oh, they have this perfect existence. I wish I could be like them, that they don't feel anything negative, and why am I feeling negative things? Like, that's not fair. Like, how can I? No, we only show you what we want you to see. That's number one. And number two, you're not alone, and you're not different for having negative days or off days or uncertainties or fears. All right? So, like, Believe me, you're in good company is what I'm trying to say. And guess what? Any content creator that insinuates that they don't have these issues, or any content creator that wants you to believe that they live in these this la la land of a world where nothing's bad, it those are the ones to worry about, right? That's why these family YouTube channels that have like millions upon like tens of millions of subscribers, that's why these family YouTube channels are always perpetually in drama, right? People watch them not because they're relatable. People watch them because it's an idyllic existence. They see this young attractive family living in the Hollywood Hills with their Lamborghinis and Ferraris. And people don't, like the tens of millions of followers these people have, these stupid family YouTubers, people watch them not because they're relatable. People watch them because it's such an idyllic facade that the viewers live vicariously through them. But guess what? Those people that it is all fake, it is all a lie, they have the same issues, if not more, than us regular people. And that's why those stupid YouTube family channels that YouTube promotes for some reason, they're perpetually in lawsuits and dramas, and just it is, yeah. You guys know I'm not naming like a specific YouTube channel either. It's just like, you know what I'm talking about. Nick H says, if I start watch collecting, will it ease my anxiety? No! Do not start watch collecting. Guys, how many times do I have to tell you? I'm trying to spread the good word here. Guys, do you need a reminder? I think someone needs a reminder out there. So I'm going to go ahead and link my hat. These hats have been flying off the shelf, guys. These hats have been flying off the shelf. By the way, I have to hit the gong. Milk and the moderator beat me to it, but he always beats me to it. Milk and the moderator is literally quick on the draw. Quick draw McGraw. Bad Matt says, Mikey would wear an Alan Silberstein because he loves the rad shapes and colors, and while he's a carefree dude, he's actually smarter than Don, but holds himself back because that's Don's thing. Deep, deep theory on Michelangelo's backstory. Hit the gong for that super chat, baby boy. Gong gang. Gong gang. But yeah, guys. So that's... I'm sorry for derailing the rant, but I do want to take this time to talk about things that we don't normally talk about on the channel regularly. So if you are going through a bout of anxiety or depression right now, here's what I want you to do. Because there may be a day where I ask you to remind me of this, guys. So you ready? Just take a step back and just stop for a second. And just, if there's one thing I can have you understand right now, it's that regardless of what anybody wants you to believe, whether it be the news, the media in general, the internets, your family, whatever stimulus is coming in, like into your body right now, I want you to stop and just understand that regardless of any of that, it is not that bad, and you will be okay. Like, I promise. And sometimes I need people to remind me of that. So chill and just realize it's not that bad, and you're probably making it, in fact, not probably, you're definitely making it worse, like, in your head. So don't worry about it. It is not that bad. Whatever you're going through, period. Klaus says, do hit the like button, please. But yeah, guys, even Evan says, don't start watch collecting. Please, guys, please. Andrew Crutchfield says, wise words, brother. It's not that wise, it's just the truth. And guys, believe me, there's times in my life where I need other people to remind me of that. Like, there's times in my life as an adult, I'm 32, and I need people to tell me that. That's fine. You can regulate yourself, and the goal is to regulate yourself as consistently and as regularly as possible, but we're human. We need, we do need other people, and we need references and perspective and reinforcement, and that's life. You know what I find makes me feel better? It's not buying watches. It's Snyder's honey mustard onion pretzel chunks. Can I tell you about Snyder's, guys? Snyder's been in business since the late 1800s, starting off in the Midwest of the United States. Snyder's has many different flavors, whether it be buffalo chicken or my favorite, honey mustard onion chunks. Or if you don't want the flavor, they have some mild salt to the thickly salted ones. Snyder's, you can find them at your local Walmarts. You can find them at your Ralph's or your Kroger's. Thank you to Snyder's Pretzels Originals for sponsoring this live stream. I'm just kidding, guys. I wish. That was a good ad reel for my portfolio, though. We can add that to my portfolio, right? Maybe if we spam Snyder's enough, they'll sponsor a live stream. Who knows? Mikola with the super duper. I'm finally on this week to catch it live. Heck yes. Nick H, we don't talk about Skittles. Nick Houndstein, certified T3 bot. We do not talk about Skittles. Connie told me, I think it was last week, the week before, that Skittles announced they're bringing back the lime-flavored Skittles, and I was very excited for a little bit until we realized that it was only for a limited time. Skittles, if you have the ability to bring back the lime Skittles, and you understand that there's a market for the lime Skittles, then just bring them back. Period. Just bring them back. Why'd you have to get me on this other freaking... Here's the deal, guys. Somewhere in the 2010s, Skittles made the stupidest decision of their lives, and in the US at least, they changed the green from delicious, tart, citrusy lime to disgusting, gross green apple. Why? I don't get it. You all, like, dude, it doesn't even make sense with the flavor profile, all right? Like, you have citrus with the lemon. You have citrus with the orange. Just keep it going with the lime. Why citrusy orange, citrusy lime, and then green apple? Who likes green apples? Whenever people reach for an apple, it's either like a golden delicious if you're fancy, or it's just a red apple, guys. Like a gala apple that has maybe a little bit of green on it. You don't reach... Who reaches for a Granny Smith? Who reaches for a Granny Smith? The only time you should be reaching for a Granny Smith is if you're going to be cutting it up and making a pie out of it. You're not going to... You are a psychopath if you eat them raw. Granny's... What are you doing, guys? Bring back green Skittles. Bring back green lime Skittles, excuse me. Kenneth, you're a freak, and no one likes you. There's always that one guy, oh, I like green apples. Whatever, Kenneth. Lime green Skittles or McRib? Dude, I would choose lime green Skittles, but the truth is the McRib at least comes back every year. Every year, you can bank on the McRib is back. They even have a slogan, the McRib is back. I'm just saying, guys. Just bring back the lime Skittles, baby. You know what, guys? Spam the comment section. We'll do a mini poll here. Which one would you guys choose? Lime Skittles or the McRib? Leave it in the comment section below. Dimitri says, I've been subscribing to your channel for years. Thank you so much, man. Milk and the Moderator says lime Skittles. Kloss says McRib. Tom Burnett says Skittles. Dean, Certified Teeth Rot, says McRib. Justin, McRib. Harshal, McRib. Bad Matt, can't say that. Lewis Kohler, Certified T3 Bot, says McRib. Wow, a lot of McRib boys. Watch Whimsy, Certified T3 Bot, says McRib. Because she's a girl. What the heck? Bo Backwoods, you can get a McRib in Germany all day. Wow. Gotta go to the Deutschland to get the McRib. Oh, the McRib is not in season in the US. Okay, then we will go back to Berlin and get the McRib. Very happy to eat the McRib. Thomas Carey, Certified Teeth Rot. What you wearing today, Jory? Oh, and Skittles. Okay. What the? How? So many people are choosing McRib. EM, Certified Teeth Rot, is choosing McRib. Wow. You guys blew my mind. We'll do a wristwatch check. Why not? Hamilton Khaki Field Mechanical. Sub 40 millimeters. I actually do like the McRib. It's not like my go-to. Like if I do want McDonald's, it's not like I gotta have a McRib. Dude, double quarter pounder with cheese is the best thing that McDonald's has. I'm gonna be honest. All right. It's gonna be real. SVW, what's your opinion on dried fruit? Do I have an opinion on dried fruit? You know, dried mangoes with some of that spice on it. Delicious. Andrew Crutchfield, y'all need to eat some real barbecue. Come to Texas, I'll hook you up. Yeah, but the McRib is not... McRib and then authentic barbecue are not mutually exclusive. In fact, I'm going to be honest, Andrew, if you think that there's like a correlation between them, I think you're doing a disservice to authentic barbecue and to the McRib. Because I don't see any correlation besides the fact that they're like both meat products. But yeah, there's never been an instance that I've been eating some like good American barbecue being like, man, I wish I had a McRib. And there's never been an instance that I've been like, oh, I want some good old-fashioned Southern barbecue. Let's go get a McRib. Like I've never even thought that. It's always been, hey, the McRib's back. Do you want to get a McRib and freak out a little bit? Okay. Yo, let's feel not good for a couple days. Swag. That's always the conversation that happens. J-Rods. We're doing a wristwatch check. Milk 'em. Don't let it happen again. And then you get 2 McRibs. No, dude, the move is McRib and double quarter pounder. Dude, if you don't get a double quarter pounder of cheese at McDonald's, that is the best thing they make. Big Mac is whatever. Like, the Big Mac's fine. But if you don't like a double quarter pounder of cheese, you are ordering wrong. That's just, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say. Guys, did you check out the restock? I just sent a link. Check out that restock. The McDirty. Dimitri, I'm wearing a Certina today and I'm not embarrassed to share this. Why would you be embarrassed at all? I own a Certina. I love my Certina. My Certina DS2 Chronolympics probably one of my favorite watches that I own. A's Cafe Porsche. I read Porsche and I was like, whoop. Do you like the Porsche 904? Yes. He's referring to the 1960s, like the mid 1960s. Porsche came out with the Porsche 904, which was kind of like a parallel to the Ferrari Dino, essentially. Had very similar body lines. Yeah, I mean, if you want a 911 body style, then that's not the Porsche for you. But if you want just a sick freaking supercar of the time, yeah, the Porsche 904 is insane. Uh-oh! Thomas Burnett. Jory, do you still do Saturday morning streams where you sit at the bench near the roadside drinking Vietnamese coffee? Well, I'm here now, right? So I'm probably not going to do a Saturday stream there and then a Saturday stream in here. I'm going to be honest. The stupid way the world changed in 2020, YouTube doesn't want us talking about it. Changed a lot of things, so we had to adapt. And so instead of doing the live streams in that public area, I brought it into the office. It was an easy transition, although I do wish I was outside with those birds, because those birds were honestly just, you know, every late night host gets to, like, you know, have some banter with their band. And so I would love having they're essentially my background band, right? Those birds, those tropical birds. And by the way, those were legit parrots, like legit, like tropical birds. And that's because in the 1950s, there was a pet store around where I was filming there, and there was a fire, and they let the birds go in the 1950s because they didn't want the birds to die in the fire. And then now, like all these decades later, like 70 years later, we have this whole like group of tropical birds that have just like flourished here. An invasive species. We need regular updates on the tires and clock. Bad Matt. That is such an integral part of like T3 lore. The freaking tires. That is... Evan Lowe. Got my grill watch a few weeks back, Mazel Tov, a Reverso medium thin, loving it. I remember you telling me to take the plunge on a previous stream. What's next for me? Stop watch collecting. Well, yeah, I agree. What's next for you is you should stop watch collecting. Period. No, congratulations for getting a Reverso. The biggest grill that I was able to check off my list was a Reverso. I did it 2 years ago for my 30th birthday. So I totally am right there with you. That's like a huge check mark off the list. What's next for you? So although the Reverso was developed as a sports watch, nowadays, you know, in today's application, it's not really a sports watch. So maybe get a sports watch, because let's be honest, the Reverso is more so a dress watch in application, in 2021 at least. Al, certified T3 Rot. You trying to be famous or something? Dude, that freaking Velcro valet. The dude with the Velcro wallet. Can you believe that? Can you believe a dude with a Velcro wallet had the audacity to judge me? I'm like, bro, if you're going to try to roast me on camera, don't be wearing a Velcro wallet, my guy. You're like in your mid-50s, dude. You can't be having a Velcro wallet, bro. SVW, what's your favorite animal? I get this question all the time. You'd be surprised. I get this question all the time. And whenever I immediately have to think about it, and I do consider myself an animal person, because I'm a huge dog person, huge cat person. But I think my favorite animal would have to be an owl. I love those Hooters, man. What can I say? Nick H, certified T3 bot. Is polo really a sport, though? Polo is a sport for the horses, Almighty Om says. People are asking about owls. No, I don't know why. I follow owl accounts on Instagram. Like, that's how deep into this I am. Owls are just so cool. They're like predators, but they're also like really stealthy, and they can like turn their head all the way around. And I'll just never forget in New Hampshire when I was a little boy, we actually had like barns and everything. And where I lived, it was super rural. And I'll never forget, I was walking into this barn, and I actually saw a legit barn owl. Like, just perched somewhere. You know those barn owls with like the really flat faces, and they almost look like alien? And I remember at that moment, and it made like the noise, and I was like, yo. And I got like, I was able to get like very close to it. So from that point on, I was like, dude, owls are dope. So yeah, barn owls are like, I think, my favorite right now. And that's why when I was playing Pokemon Moon, I had to pick Decidueye. I have my Decidueye. If you guys don't know about Pokemon, sorry, you gotta get on my level. Maybe this isn't the channel for you. I was gonna make an announcement, but from here on out, we're actually doing a Pokemon channel. Watches are kind of dumb. I was gonna switch to Yokai Watch, where we would talk about yokai, but then I was like, you know, if I'm gonna talk about Yokai Watch, I should just talk about Pokemon. So yeah, Decidueye, when it comes to Pokemon Sun or Moon, Decidueye is the best starting Pokemon. So, Pokemon Flat Moon! Bad Matt says, can we appreciate the levels of IDGAF? I don't give a approach to Triple J like Jory and give him Guff, Jolly, Jack, and Juicy. Dude, I feel like that's a Migos song. Jolly, Jack, and Juicy. Mama. Birds are dinosaurs in disguise. Dang. I never thought about it. I have thought about that. Is AV8 a legitimate watch? I've done multiple AV8 reviews. Please check them out. Guys, if you have a question about a watch, type in the watch and then the time teller. And then I will probably show up with a review. And so instead of having me describe what I think right now, it might be easier just to watch the review. Burger Slayer, Certified Teeth Rot says, they're the closest relative to dinosaurs alive, referring to birds. Well, Burger Slayer, let me tell you, you haven't met my mother-in-law. Milk and the Moderator with the AV8 Flyboy Engineer review. Burger Slayer prefers dolphins because they're smart. Smarter than humans. As days go by, I tend to agree. How would a T-Rex put the watch on, though? People are saying a T-Rex with a watch would be depressing. But how would they put the watch on in the first place? Like, someone would have had to put the watch on for it. Batman, hi Jory. Have you seen the pure salt whenever someone posts a 2021 Rolex for sale on Reddit? People are crying salty tears at the flippers. Yeah, I don't go on Reddit, but people do get upset about flippers. I mean, I got upset about flippers. I just get... Okay. I think everybody gets salty when Rolex is mentioned, period. Doesn't matter if you're talking about vintage Rolex. Doesn't matter if you're talking about modern Rolex. Doesn't matter if you're talking about stainless steel. Doesn't matter if you're talking about precious metal. If you meant, like, somehow Rolex has got such a grip on the watch world that you mention their name and it just elicits like a ton of different emotions. And that is great for Rolex. That is absolutely great for Rolex. Because even if you mention someone like Patek, if I mention Patek and start talking about the annual date Calatrava stainless steel that came out 2 years ago that I absolutely love, no one's going to... people might have some opinions, but no one gets nearly as emotional or salty about Patek, right? If I talk about JLC, people might have some opinions about them, but no one gets so emotional. There's not this huge visceral response. But if I mention Rolex, it brings like... it's insane. It's like carbonation in water. It's just you open up that top and then it just all rushes up. I don't know what it is about Rolex that they have the ability to elicit such strong visceral responses from every... Like, there isn't a watch collector out there that has no opinion on Rolex. Period. And if you say that you don't have an opinion on Rolex, you're lying. Like, you are lying. Everyone has an opinion on Rolex. It's crazy. It is crazy. So Rolex is doing very well in that respect. Scary 1138 certified T throughout. Speaking of your MIL, mother-in-law, how's Connie? Great. You gotta love her. Can't live with her, can't live without her. Am I right? No, I'm just kidding. We're very happy. We are very happy. Thank you. Almighty Ohm says, Rolex is the can of nuts. It's a really explosive snake. Remember that? Can of nuts, you open it and then a snake pops out. Jory, next destination, Japan or South Korea? If I'm going to one, I'm going to go to both. Those are two places that I really, really want to travel. Connie has been to Japan multiple times. She's been to China. She has not been to South Korea yet. So she really wants to go to South Korea. And then one of Connie's favorite places like on earth is Japan. So probably next time we go to Japan, we're going to go to Korea as well. And I am going to gain roughly 1,000 pounds. Uh-oh, boss with the super duper chat. Boss3251 says, new to watches, you've come to the right place. In the market for a watch for my son who will be completing law school this year. Mazel tov. Can we all give a round of applause to Boss3251's Juris Doctor son? Congratulations. Huge accomplishment there. I want to get a diver at or below $6,000. I prefer new, considering an Omega 300M. Thoughts? Thank you. Well, an Omega Seamaster is going to be a very, very, very solid option, right? It's essentially the anti-Submariner, right? I mean, when people think anti-Submariner, if you're a watch aficionado, an horologist, you might think, well, actually, actually, the anti-Submariner would have to be the Blancpain 50 Fathoms because, well, actually, the Blancpain 50 Fathoms came out roughly 6 months to a year before Rolex released the Submariner. So the anti-Submariner would have to be the Blancpain 50 Fathoms, in my opinion. No. In 2021, the Anti-Submariner is essentially the Omega Seamaster. So, yeah, I think that's great. I think that's absolutely great. Let me check a price on something before I recommend it, because I don't want to recommend it and then have it be out of the price range. Dang it. Okay, so I was going to say get a Glasuta CQ because I think that is like the sickest. I think that's like the sickest dive watch ever. Unfortunately, they're like over $6,000. They're just over $6,000 though. But I love the Glasuta CQ, but I get that. Yeah, I would go with an Omega Seamaster, honestly. I would go with an Omega Seamaster. So. Bad Mac, the super chat. Bad Mac. I just dropped the mallet. 1 second. And we're back! Bad Mac, can you DM me and remind me about that thing, about that bit? Because I will totally do an episode with that bit. CQ is pricey for what it is, but has a gorgeous style. Yeah, it's incredible. Get the Omega Seamaster, boss, and congratulations to your son. Hold on. SBW is preferring Squirt Game. I don't think that is playing on Netflix. That's you can't watch that on Netflix. You gotta use a VPN to watch Squirt Game, because that's I think you're referring to Squid Game. Let me just say, if you downloaded Squirt Game, you're don't watch it with your girlfriend. Made that mistake. Different show. Aces Cafe. I received 2 watches this week. I'm telling you, dude, you're doing it. You stop watch collecting, bro. What are you doing? Stop watch collecting. Rainfall certified T3 bot understands the reference. Squirt Game's also good. Guys, we're gonna get demonetized. Let's clean it up in the comment section. All right, thank you. My mom watches this show. But Aces Cafe received a Laco Augsburg A, which is a watch I've recommended on this channel, and a Certina DS1, also a watch I recommended on this channel. Hey, Aces Cafe, do you watch the Time Teller channel? Do you subscribe to the Time Teller? Dude, Time Teller's kind of, he's like obnoxious and kind of ugly, dude, but honestly, bro, like, he does have value in the watch community. Like, if you go on Reddit, there's a bunch of threads that say that he should, like, die in a car fire and stuff, but the truth is, he's like a guilty pleasure. Do you watch the Time Teller? Hey, you've seen, you see Squirt Game? And scene. Dimitri, super chat. What straps do I find most comfortable? Honestly, NATO's. Period. Almighty yeah, people say the worst stuff about me, bro. And they don't know me, and the worst part about it is that if we met, we'd probably find something in common. So I don't know why anybody, like, it's not that serious. You don't have to say that stuff, because it's just watch collecting. But it's all good. Let people say what they want to say. Sakari1138 certified T3 bot says, boss, I'm a lawyer. I wear a Planet Ocean with suits all the time. I definitely look at that, or the SMP 300 for your son. Interesting. NATO's are awesome. I'm telling you, dude, these are my favorite kinds of straps. They're just, if it's hot out, doesn't get your wrist too hot. If it's cold out, it's not like it's metal where it kind of just seems to make whatever temperature worse. And it's not leather, so you don't have to baby it. And it's not silicone or rubber, so it's not going to give you like a contact rash. So that's just me personally. This is why I love canvas or NATO's, you know, nylon. Dimitri, can you please give me an opinion on the Rolex OP34 as a man's watch oyster steel? Milcom, if you're still here, can you please link him to the Boring Rolex is the one you should be buying in 2021, I believe is the title. Let me see if I can find it. It's the most recent Rolex. No, it's not the most recent Rolex episode, right? It's the most recent Rolex review I've made. Let me see if I can link it to you guys. There you go. Bada bing, bada boom. You can check that out, guys. For reference, I wear a 34 millimeter oyster case like regularly. My Rolex date is 34 millimeters. Oyster case wears bigger than it reads on paper, and it's the best, period. Probably the best reference number Rolexes ever made, and this is coming from a dude that owns 5 Rolexes. So, 34 millimeters, don't sleep on it. All right, dudes. We are going to wrap this up real quick. I do want to take a moment and give my moderators a round of applause. Milcom, he did an incredible job. He was the OG, is the OG moderator for the Time Teller channel. Thank you so much, Milcom. We can't do the show without people like him. And I love my other moderators, but the truth is Milcom is, I'm just gonna say it, Milcom is the best. So we give him a round of applause. Also, I want to thank all my channel members, guys. If you see people with green name font with a little emoji of me in 8-bit next to them, like you can see Nick H has that little green text with a little emoji of me. Those are my channel members. Those are my certified T3 bots. And right when we're done here, they go ahead and they have fun on the Discord channel. And it's like a 24/7 forum. It's like a big group text. It's just very fun. If you want to join the ranks of the certified T3 bot army, go ahead, click the join button next to the subscribe button. It's $4.99 a month, and you really directly help me. It's how I pay my editor, and it's how Gato gets to buy food. So, and it's literally what has allowed me to do this full time. I'm not kidding. So we really do appreciate it. Thank you to everyone who sent super chats in. Give you guys a round of applause as well. Milcom's posting links to my shop. Milcom has posted a link to the Amazon store as well, where I carry beard oil, if you're interested for that. And finally, I want to just give a round of applause to you. It doesn't matter if you're not a channel member. Doesn't matter if you didn't super chat. Doesn't matter if you didn't even comment. I just want to say thank you to the viewers out there. And as much as we joke around, thank you so much to the people who are watching this after the live recording. We're very thankful. So give yourselves a round of applause, guys. Seriously, thank you for hanging out with me today. You could have been anywhere this Saturday morning, but you chose to hang out with me, and I do not take that for granted. Thank you so much. This is my favorite part of the week. I absolutely love these live streams. And yeah, you make my week. Let me put it this way. You give me something to look forward to every week, and that's important in life. That's very important. So thank you guys. You guys freaking rock. What do I always tell you? Oh, Ian Falconer. He's here late, but he can watch the live stream when it goes on the broadcast after. The replay, as we like to call it in America. Guys, get out of your comfort zone. It'll pay off, I promise. Tell someone you love them. And then tell yourself you love them. And I'll start it off. I love each and every one of you. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller. And always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it. Big old dab. Love you guys, and I will catch you on the next one.